Hello, it's the Devil Joe, back again with a brand new video, and today I'll be talking about something that I have been madly in love with in Devil May Cry 3, and that is the power of heavy metal incarnate itself, Nevan. You might be thinking, hey Joey, what about all the other crazy ass weapons Dante wound up using in these games? Well, I might make a few dedicated videos for these weapons on their own. But for now, we got Nevan's luscious rifts. Now, what do I mean by the beauty of Nevan? First off, it's essentially a heavy metal power fantasy. Sure, DMC3 is one of the most metal games in the series, but it's one of the most metal games like ever, only falling a few steps behind Brutal Legend. I mean, think about it, the game is about killing demons with a large fuck-off sword that's shaped like a skull. The main pro tag is blasting metal music everywhere. Not to mention Devils Never Cry and the Cerberus theme, which I can't play because of copyright. So obviously it'll make all of the sense in the world that Dante will get handed a weapon that essentially allows him to use the holy powers of death metal to smash the demonic hordes of the underworld. These weapon types are cool as fuck in many forms of fiction in my opinion. But in Dante's hands, it's the best aesthetic a video game character has ever rocked. Literally, the idea of a demonic guitar that turns into a goddamn scythe is the epitome of cool. I have yet to get to the hat on the motorcycle, but here's where Nevan truly gets beautiful. First up is crowd control. Now this Shredster is the perfect tool for managing all them pesky hordes. First off, just holding down the triangle button gets Dante to charge a swarm of bats that keep a few of them devils occupied, decently stun locking them. Reverb shock helps moving in and out quickly while also leaving them bats behind, stunning 3 to 4 guys. Even combo 3 is the solid get off of me button, or to put it more accurately, the stay away from me move. But what if I told you this guitar scythe hybrid has two of the greatest, and I mean greatest, crowd control tools to ever exist in a 3D action title? Jam session plus crazy rolls included. Let's start off with that solo, and let me tell you, the wacky woohoo pizza man shreds out a number that is to die for. Literally. The trick here is to mash the triangle button on the combo too. Yeah, it's a crazy combo. Dante pulls out this entire thrash solo, forming a swarm of electrical bats around him, keeping everyone at bay, backing huge crowds off of you. That goes on for longer and longer once that style meter goes up. An intentional decision on the game's part. There's a whole video on it by Tavoy Action. I might cover them style meters pretty soon. While the style rank reaches Triple S, more ground is covered, enemies can't even think of touching you, backing entire armies off of your ass in a millisecond. Then we have them rolls on Swordmaster, where the wacky woohoo pizza man spins the guitar around in scythe mode, shredding demonic hordes to bits, shaking everybody away from your own tail, getting all them demonic critters to fuck right off, pulling off heaps of damage, which ties into the next point. That being damage, this devil arm is no slouch when it comes to making devils cry, bleed, and take their lunch money. All at the same time, them bats that Dante shoots out riffing the guitar can really, and I mean really, do a number on a lot of the enemies you fight, acting a lot like the DMC5 summon blades before they were a thing in that game, once paired with Rebellion or anything else. Then combo 3, the shockwave that can chomp away a few devil's health bars. Not to mention Air Raid and Vortex, deleting demons off of the Temini Gru. But hey, there are 4 ultimate dealers of death, starting off with that one attack that'll be parked by the wayside. I'm talking about the Scythe. That overgrown axe has a habit of deleting most of your enemies off of the battlefield, straight into hell, swiping away them demonic souls. I was surprised by the amount of punishment it was dealing to Cerberus, bitch slapping the ever-loving shit out of the pooch. I mean, look at his health bar. I'm not even bursting. This is how much health he's losing, getting hit by this one attack that'll most likely get untouched by most players. Speaking of scythe attacks, the Crazy Roll is out here committing a life-stage massacre right before our very eyes, taking out this entire legion and many more like it in one fair swoop, doing a number on bosses too. Then there's the Distortion. It's the electrical bats in one straight barrage, taking out most of the enemy's health bar away due to that concentrated blast. Not to mention the Jam Session, a solo that is literally to die for in the figurative sense. That electric force field gets them bats to electrocute the shit out of them armies that are ganging up on you, till they are the ones who get Exodia obliterated, using them solos gathering hella style points. Bringing me to the next point. This devil arm is stylish as fuck with a capital triple S. Nevan is a devil arm that can help you farm hella style points, at times from nothing. First off, them bats that you can charge can juggle demons in the air, giving you some time to come after him for a couple of jump cancels. Here's where you'll get free stall points. Right around mission 9, there's an encounter filled to the brim with enigma fuckers firing arrows at you. Once you're just holding down the triangle button, them arrows shatter like glass, handing hella style points from thin air. Don't forget that you can buffer anything into the Jam Session plus them rolls. I mean, look at both of these. One is a fuck off solo that'll give Slash and all of your favorite guitarists a run for their money, swarming a storm of electrical bats. I mean, dude, this is the coolest looking shit to ever be put in a video game, like no joke. Our next trick is the dude spinning the scythe around, shredding a whole ass army of dudes. Dante is literally shredding in more ways than one, looking cool as fuck. Despite all them perks this devil arm has, it's the most slept on weapon in the entirety of DMC3. Some find it to be a bit too stiff or too hard to use. Not realizing those feelings are the very reason that makes this guitar one of DMC3's best tools in Dante's arsenal that should have come back in DMC5. I'm referring to the high risk, high reward factor of the weapon on offer. I'll be the first one to admit, most of the moves can take some time to pull off. Enemies can forcefully cancel whatever animation you are going into. Triangle might as well be useless compared to the other direct strikes that most devil arms have on offer. Without realizing that the name of the game here is positioning, you have to make sure that you know how to keep a good distance between you and your foes. It's also a good idea to take advantage of the times that the bosses are not attacking, or you can use buffering to your own advantage to get some of these moves to come out, since they're stun locked in one crazy combo, giving you enough time to input the move you want to go for. Still, make sure that your positioning is on point, and listen very carefully to those growls. Once you input that Jam Session, let me tell you, it's the embodiment of ecstasy, pure rock and roll in the palm of your hands. Same goes for Crazy Roll. Just make sure you're strategic with how you summon them bats. My advice here is to use this thing as a support weapon with Rebellion for flexibility and easy buffers to rack them triple S's. Not as a main weapon yet. It's more like you're playing as a mage type character in an RPG, and try playing around with it in Bloody Palace. Nevan to me is one of the many things that personifies one of the main things Devil May Cry is known for: high risk, high reward. It's a devil arm that is difficult to get into and yet hard as a motherfucker to master. But once it clicks, trust me, you'll reap a fuck ton of rewards. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the beauty of Nevan. What were your guys' thoughts on it? Is Nevan truly that great of a devil arm, or it ain't all that? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to hit the like button and smash that subscribe button real impact style. At 10,000 subscribers, I'm gonna pull off a whole ass Dante combo video in real life wearing this entire getup. Trust me, we are close. Hit the bell icon to get notified on whenever I upload Devil May Cry and other action game videos. This has been the Devil Joe signing out. And check this Onimusha video out for yourself. You might like it.
Whoa!